Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night because of a really bad nightmare? No matter who you are, you've almost certainly been terrorized in the middle of the night by your brain. I'm Mike with List 25, and today we're going to take a look at the 25 most common nightmares everyone hates.
#25.
Losing your teeth. If you've never had this dream, you'd be surprised to know how common it is around the world. And in the age of vanity, this nightmare has only been exacerbated. Typically, this dream means that you might lack self-confidence or be embarrassed about something.
24.
Monsters. If you didn't have this nightmare when you were a kid, you're either lying to yourself or you've repressed the memory. Some dream experts say this represents fears or repressed emotions. It might also mean that there's something you find ugly about yourself.
23.
Airplanes. Whether it's a plane crash or just turbulence, you don't need to be afraid of heights to have this very common nightmare. Just know you're not alone. If you dream of an airplane crash, it could mean self-doubt. It could also mean that you set goals for yourself that are a bit unrealistic.
22.
Breaking stuff. Especially when that stuff involves body parts. Dream experts say that this could mean a weakness or coming change in some area of your life. It could also mean that you just need to take a rest.
21.
Missing meetings. Like your dentist appointment or your wedding. Looks like somebody needs to work on their time management. This dream could represent being unprepared in your waking life. It could also show a lack of confidence, like maybe you don't measure up to a task at hand.
20.
Property loss or damage. Whether it's your house, apartment, car, or whatever, property damage is said to represent feelings of loss, or at least the fear of losing something important.
19.
Nakedness. Well, not just any nakedness. I'm talking about public nakedness. The losing your clothes in public nightmare is sometimes said to represent insecurity.
18.
Your partner leaving. This dream represents one of the deepest human fears, abandonment.
17.
Armageddon. Apocalyptic dreams are said to be a manifestation of your anxiety towards some big life event. Whether that's true or not, maybe the prevalence of these dreams is the reason we have so many end-of-the-world movies. Or maybe vice versa.
16.
Buried alive. This one can be quite terrifying. Some say that it signifies a fear of insignificance or failure. So basically, it's the dream version of a midlife crisis.
15.
Phone malfunction. Nomophobia is a real thing these days, the fear of not having a mobile phone. Seriously, I'm not even joking. Many of us haven't and don't even realize it until our dream phone breaks. Phones in dreams usually represent communication. If your phone isn't working, perhaps there's a problem with communication in your waking life.
14.
Poor test performance. Students all over the world can relate to this one, but students in Asia are particularly susceptible to these nightmares, given that there's a lot more pressure to perform well in school. As with a lot of these nightmares, it probably represents some sort of insecurity.
13.
Being chased. It's not too often we get chased in real life, which makes being chased in our dreams all the more terrifying. Some people say that these nightmares signify our fear of confrontation.
12.
Seeing dead people. Apart from just having watched The Sixth Sense, these nightmares are said to represent a fear of the unknown.
11.
Death. Some people believe that dreaming about death is your mind subconsciously accepting its own mortality.
10.
Entrapment. Whether it's in an elevator or a random box, people with claustrophobia tend to experience these dreams from time to time. However, even people who aren't afraid of tight spaces can have these dreams. This dream could mean you're feeling trapped or restricted in some area of your waking life.
9.
Waking up late. Sleeping through your alarm in real life is a pretty terrible feeling. This makes it happening in your dreams a real nightmare. This dream could mean a fear of change or reluctance to take advantage of an opportunity. You could also be overwhelmed with decisions.
8.
Spiders. While for some of us, spiders are nothing more than adorable little 8-legged creatures, most of humanity suffers from varying degrees of arachnophobia. When you see them in a bad dream, it could mean many different things. Interpretations range from feelings of being an outsider, strong feminine power, or protection from self-destruction.
7.
Car crash. This can be especially common for people who have been in car crashes. This means that these nightmares are more common in the US, Asia, and Africa, since these regions have less developed public transport and thus a higher level of vehicle accidents. Some dream experts suggest this might be a metaphor for your beliefs and goals clashing with someone else's.
6.
Drowning. Feeling overwhelmed by your emotions? This nightmare might also represent repressed feelings and issues. Additionally, many times people who have had a near-death experience in the water will relive it in their dreams.
5.
Being lost. Some people will tell you this nightmare signifies something in your life that needs to be sorted out. Well, maybe. But honestly, we all get lost sometimes, don't we?
4.
Being shot. This nightmare tends to be common among soldiers with post-traumatic stress disorder, or people who have experienced mass shootings. Gun owners or people who play violent video games also tend to experience these nightmares, possibly because they have more gun-related anxiety. They tend to worry about being shot more. There might also be some kind of confrontation you're having with someone in your waking life.
3.
Going to jail. Many times in this nightmare, you can't even figure out why you were sent to jail. It's just that you did something wrong and ended up in the slammer. Some would say this signifies that you have something to hide.
2.
Natural disasters. Whether it's a hurricane or an earthquake, social media has brought the horrific effects of once faraway events directly to our computer screen. As with many of the items on our list, the 24-hour news cycle and constant flood of information makes us more prone to anxiety about our lives and our world, although the world is actually a lot safer than it used to be.
1.
Falling. This seriously has to be the worst one of all. You can feel the dread of impending doom before slamming into your bed and waking up. But what does it mean? This could be another dream representing insecurities, but it could also represent a bad decision. If you're not afraid while falling, then it could be a sign that you'll overcome something bad. So, what's the most terrifying nightmare you've ever had? Let us know in the comments below. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the top right corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.